I usually wait for more people to arrive, but they can watch this back after the live. This is going to be a quick pop-up, just a quick pop-up about the lyricist, Tupac. From the channel, Tupac was lyrical. I must say that by me creating that DMX or Tupac video, and salute to Kane for inspiring me and putting that fire in me for demonstrating that Tupac was actually a lyricist. Call it clean in the building. AB London in the building. Alex Lopez in the building. What's good, all y'all? This is gonna be a brief one. I ain't even gonna be long-winded. So me doing that video with the DMX and Tupac, it definitely demonstrated that Tupac was a lyricist. And you know, some people complain about the matchup. You know, some people complain about the matchup. Like, for instance, round 3, which was Who I Be versus My Block. Now, mind you, I did that DMX video. I did that DMX Tupac video. I put that together in an hour, researching songs, like trying to find the best lyrics from DMX. Really trying to find the best lyrics from DMX. Going through his catalog real quick. And, you know, and that was like my first time. And that was like my first time ever really going through DMX's catalog like that. You know what I mean? And some of the songs were just good songs. Some of them were just good songs, but as far as like trying to hear what Kane was talking about, the lyricist, I couldn't really get that feel, man. I couldn't really get that feel, but I definitely got a great artist. I definitely got a dude with one of the most unique voices in the rap game, and DMX got crazy flows, you know what I mean? Like, you know, DMX got one of the craziest flows in hip hop. But comparing Tupac to DMX, and then you really see the lyricist that Tupac is. And I could have matched that shit up with anybody. That shit would have made me research. If somebody would have says, and a lot of people have said that, if somebody would have says Nas is the better lyricist than Tupac, I probably still would have did the same thing. I would have still did the same thing, but I would have took my time with it. I would have took my time with it, searching for the best Nas type of bars from any year, from Nas debuting from 1991 all the way to 2023 with his new Magic album. I would have did that shit. I'm not even gonna fucking lie, bro. Jay Wall in the building, The Shadow in the building. Ain't heard from you in a minute, The Shadow. I would have did that shit too. Nevertheless, Tupac is a lyricist. So somebody else came to the channel and they said that, you know, when they think of a lyricist, and when he said, when people talk about top lyricists, they talk about KRS-One, Rakim, Jadakiss, Nas, Biggie, Andre 3000, Razkaz. You know, they talk about them. So I had to say to them, to that person, and he never responded back. I'm kind of upset about that shit, man, because I'm the type to dialogue with a motherfucker. Whether you're a troll or whether you're a supporter. You know what I mean? Even if our opinions don't match, I'm going to say something. I respond to everybody. So what was said was, what I said to the person was, does KRS-One rhyme like Rakim? Does Kool G Rap rhyme like KRS-One? And vice versa. Does Razkaz rhyme like Andre 3000? And vice versa. Does Big Daddy Kane rhyme like Biggie? And vice versa. No, none of them sound alike. Especially coming out of that era where you couldn't sound alike. All of them were different. And I even said, does Jadakiss sound like Nas? Or vice versa? No, not at all. But he said these are the people that people define as lyricists. So I'm like, yo, if none of these people sound alike, then what makes them lyricists? What makes these individuals lyricists, so to speak? Big Rhythm, you playing TOK, Bounty Killer. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, what makes those people lyricists and not Tupac? Like I said, I could have went with anybody, and all I got to do is just dig in the crates of Tupac's rhymes, particularly, you know what I mean, from the Me Against the World era to the Machiavelli era. Tupac definitely demonstrated that he was a lyricist, man, even before so, but definitely in the later years, and he was evolving. So when people say that he's not a lyricist, you know what I mean, that he's not lyrical, these people truly don't know what the hell they talking about. And that's straight facts. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they talking about. So it's like, going back to that DMX versus Tupac lyricist thing, the Who We Be by DMX. That's a hard ass song, man. That's a hard ass song, and somebody said it's not lyrical. But I can't say that, because that's like saying Tupac ain't lyrical. What is the definition of lyrical? A person that is able to present, what is it, beautiful music and perform it in an imaginative way, something of that. That's their definition of lyrical. So DMX definitely displayed that on Who We Be, just like he displayed that on the song What These Bitches Want. You know what I mean? When he was naming all the girls' names, very innovative. And the energy of Who We Be, a song that came out 5 years after Tupac's death, and it was very innovative. It was really kind of hard trying to find a Tupac song that can mesh well with that song Who We Be. You know what I'm saying? It was really kind of difficult for me trying to find that. You know what I mean? Like, I really wanted to match the energy level as well as the lyricism. But if you really listen to that round, you go back and watch that video and you listen to Who We Be, DMX, the this, the that, the this, the that. You know what I mean? He was saying that shit. And if you go listen to My Block, Tupac was really spitting. You know what I mean? He was showing you what a lyricist is. So when Big Daddy Kane says DMX is the better lyricist, I still need to know what exactly did he mean. When I played the first round of that DMX and Tupac was 4-3-2-1 versus Tupac, I Got My Mind Made Up. And if you really listen to that shit, it's a possibility, or it's arguably, Tupac probably had the best verse on Got My Mind Made Up. That's just straight facts. And there was some top-notch lyricists. You got Corrupt, Redman, Method Man, and Death. You got them all on there. And Tupac just laid this verse down, and he went in. Highly flammable like gas stations. Sorry I left that ass waiting. No more procrastination. Get up the fate and get that ass waiting. I'm waiting. What did he say? I'm busting and making motherfuckers panic. He said I'm busting and making motherfuckers panic. Don't take your life for granted. Put that ass in the dirt. You swear that bitch was planted. My lyrics motivate the planet. It's similar to Rhythm Nation, but thugged out. Forgive me, Janet. Like, come on, man. Niggas trying to say Tupac wasn't lyrical? Nah, they tripping. That's a lyricist. That's a lyricist. Big Daddy Kane, I can hear you saying that same type of rhyme. And then what Tupac just demonstrated on Wherever You Are, featuring Big Daddy Kane, a fucking lyricist, bro. So I ain't really had too much to say, man. It's 10 minutes, but I just really wanted to say that shit real quick, bro. I could have matched that up with, I could have did that with anybody. You know what I'm saying? With anybody. And dug in the crates for Tupac's best lyrics to show these niggas that he was a lyricist. You know what I mean? I never thought that I would have to demonstrate that Tupac was a lyricist. I thought that should apply with him being lyrical, but evidently some people might not feel that way. Mr. Alfonso in the building says Who We Be versus If I Die Tonight It's the same energy. And I was gonna use If I Die Tonight. I was gonna use Death Around the Corner. Was it for Who We Be? I was gonna use If I Die Tonight, but I didn't use it. And it's crazy because, like, yo, I didn't even use the best of those. Were dope ass lyrics, you know what I mean? But I think the hottest verse that I used from Tupac that particular time was Still I Rise. That's my favorite verse. That's my favorite verse. That's probably my number one verse. But Still I Rise, that shit should have just shut the. Once a nigga hear that verse from Still I Rise, they should say no more. They should say no more, because that verse will body a lot of niggas shit, bro. Somebody wake me, I'm dreaming. I started as a seed, a semen, swimming upstream, planting in the womb while screaming. Like, what the fuck? That ain't a lyricist? On the top, it's like you can visualize that shit. On the top was my pop, my mama screaming stop from a single drop. This is what they got. Not to disrespect my people, but my papa was the loser. Only plan he had for mama was the fucker and abuser. He said even as a seed, I could see his plan for me. Stranded on welfare, another broken family. Now what was I to be? This product of preceded passion. Mama got pregnant and papa got a piece of ass. Like, come on, bro. That's top-notch lyricism, bro. That can go against the best of them. The Jay-Z's, the Biggies, the Nas, the M's. That can go against the best of them, bro. That can go against the best of them. Matter of fact, on the Still I Rise album is some of Tupac's greatest lyrics. I hate the fact that he only got one verses or maybe two verses on one song, and you know, it was a Tupac and Outlaw album. I swear I wish Tupac had more verses on that album, because that's a dope ass fucking album. Word up. And the shit that Letter to the President. What'd he say? Cannot holler at the president, but will he meet me? Damn. He said I'm sick of being the scapegoat for capitalistic drug dealing. Like, come on, bro. He said how hypocritical is liberty? That blind bitch ain't never did shit for me. Like, come on, man. That nigga Tupac was just fucking bananas, bro. Definitely a fucking lyricist, bro. Until the End of Time is a great fucking record, bro. A great fucking record. And once again, top-notch lyricism right there. Perhaps I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere in my past is when my heart died. I probably messed that up. And even though we both came from the same places, the money and the fame made us all trade places. Now who could beat? The hard time make a true friend afraid to ask for currency, but you can run to me when you need me. I never leave, honestly. But yo, come on, man. I can't hear DMX spitting like Pac. You know what I mean? I never seen the comparison besides the bald head. I always look at DMX as his own entity, as his own person. And if I was DMX, you know, fortunately, I think people got in his ear. They was just like, yo, you know, it's a lot of people that like Pac. You know, it's just show him love and respect at it. You know what I mean? He ain't here no more. And DMX probably rolled with it. But I guarantee you there was a point in time with DMX, man, fuck that nigga Pac, man. Even before he dissed him, but after. Like, man, fuck that. I'm tired of niggas comparing me to that nigga. I'm not the next Tupac. I'm the next X. I remember he did say that part. I'm not the next Tupac. I'm the next X. I'm the first X. But nah. Dope ass artist. And DMX is lyrical in his own right. I would never take that away. But that video wasn't about to just demonstrate about Tupac being better than DMX. In a sense it was, but it was to show niggas that Tupac was a lyricist, man. Everything I played was lyricism, bro. Everything I played that day. Until the End of Time versus Who We Be. Blasphemy, remember what Papa told me? For me, crazy wordplay. Blasphemy was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I was thinking about this shit, I'm like, damn, I could have went, you know, I could have dug deeper and shit like that. Blasphemy would have definitely did some damage, man. They would have definitely, you know, DMX would have pulled out one of those prayers. I would have pulled out that blasphemy shit. Fat one, play on the word Pharaoh. Oh yeah, roll up a fat one. I split the blunt and roll a fat one. Natural locks in the building. They keep ignoring facts. When we ride is lyrical. When we ride, which one is that again? I'm thinking of when we ride on our enemies. Well, is that when we ride? My adversaries tumble when we crumble. It's a catastrophe. Out for revenge on bitch niggas that blasted me. Plus my Arius is Machiavelli. That shit right. Look, takes to a nigga belly. Bust him and see if he bleed. He should have never fucked around with a sick ass nigga like me. They call my name out and niggas run. That shit right. Yo, Tupac is God. Every year is on top. It's a fact. That's a fact. I know I ain't playing Tupac in the background, but I told y'all sometimes, man, I don't be playing hip hop all day. Like, yo, I'm so disappointed with a lot of hip hop nowadays. Like, and I told you, you know, a lot of new niggas don't pique my interest like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of new niggas don't pique my interest like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the Nas wave, that's cool and all that shit. I tried listening to Nas. It's just somewhere Nas lost me a long time ago, man. When We Ride is underrated. Like somewhere down the line, Nas, I listened to him, but he lost me somehow, man. I know a lot of people don't like this shit, bro, but I think Jay-Z is just better than Nas, man. Dear sister, they got me twisted up in prison. I missed you. No More Pain is also very lyrical. Tupac will forever be in a lane by himself. No More Pain. My adversary cry like hoes, fully eradicate my foes. My lyrics, damn, I probably could have used that for Who We Be. Swollen contacts, gaming you hoes. You run from mama's only son, but you're phony niggas. I'm the one. Say my name while bitches come. Now fire when ready. They want your mouth trigger. Increase feed, make you motherfuckers bleed from your mouth quicker. Yeah, plus them niggas that you run with. Be on some dumb shit. Trick on the hoes. I ain't the one bitch. One bitch. Once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch. Jesus Christ, the Lord said, Nas lost me once he signed with Jay-Z. Nah, I signed to Jay-Z. I never knew that. If he did, it probably was just that one time. But I'm just saying, yo, on some real shit, I see it all the time, bro. Like, I see it all the time. All right, Jay-Z and Nas had an epic battle. They definitely had an epic battle. And the general consensus is Nas won with Ether. Sometimes I'm like, shit, the Takeover. I'm like, that one verse from Takeover. Sometimes that one verse from Takeover was enough for me. A lot of people wasn't happy with the super ugly shit. Me personally, I like this shit. It's battle rap. It's like a lot of motherfuckers forget what battle rap is, man. Like you say some wild shit when you battling, man. You know what made Jay-Z seem weak, and I agree with Dame Dash, is when Jay-Z apologized, but Jay-Z said his mom made him apologize and shit like that, and Nas was going through some shit. But it's like, yo, when you battling, man, bro, it's like when everybody was coming at Tupac, it was like, yo, how we forgot what battling is about, bro? You say the wildest shit when you battling. You say the wildest shit. That's when all rules are out the window, so to speak, bro. Like if I was in the game and I battle some nigga, like, bro, I gotta expect the worst. And if he don't bring the worst, that nigga needs to know that I'm about to bring the worst ever. I'm about to make his life hell, bro. And that's what Tupac did on Hit 'Em Up. The title alone, nigga, Hit 'Em Up. That nigga, yo, he started that song off so. That's why I fucked you, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, damn. And then he caught a lot of hell. He caught a lot of hell from people saying that shit, but all day rappers be talking about I be fucking other niggas' chicks. All day. All day. R&B niggas sing this shit and rap niggas talk about that shit. And even females saying that shit. Look at Rihanna said in that shit. I got your bitch in the back of my foreign car. Bitch better have my money. You know what I mean? Like, everybody talk about that shit, bro. Everybody talk about that shit. But when Tupac said that shit, Oh man, it was just like, nah, that Tupac was foul for that. A man says, wish Pac would have put the OG version of All Out, his vocals with the raspy loud rap he used mixed with the metaphors. That to me was his most lyrical song. We going all out. How that shit start off all like? What'd he say? Is that the one? Just another lost soul. Start calling Jehovah. Outlaw till it's over. Brandish my strap back like a cobra. That shit, right? I stay drunk when I'm a madman, but never sober on a one-man mission. My ambition to roll up while I pluck holes in niggas like donuts and still down to die for all my soldiers. We say they all feud like hillbillies. Damn. With each roar, your honor. No apologies. You got me here sitting here thinking, but I think that's the one. A new name right here, Vincent Jansen. Jansen says, Pac, forever legend. Big real salute forever. I want to go back for a second because I seen Brandon say something that caught my attention. Dolph Booth in the building. He said, Nick, what's up, King? God bless. What's the topic this evening? Just Tupac being the lyricist. Jay-Z will never be better than Nas. That part. You know, I know that's, you know, for some people, that's a fact. But the reality is that shit is opinion. And the only way I think to settle that shit, in the verses, 20 hits from Nas versus Jay-Z 20 hits. And should they use, if they was to do a versus, should they use features? I guess they could, but I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. It would have to be a straight up motherfucking versus, no features allowed. No features allowed. Nas greatest 20 hits versus Jay-Z 20 hits. Resident Allen Invasion, KRS-One is hip hop. When he rushed PM Dawn, am I correct? I'm mad at Biggie and I'm rushing him. What's the problem? Yeah, that's a fact. Like a lot of people, KRS-One definitely set a standard. I went back and watched that KRS-One versus Big Daddy Kane, and KRS-One is not to be fucked with in the battle. Like, if you see his demeanor, that's hip hop. When you put on that battleship, he was like, nah, yo, Scratch, we don't want to fucking hear that shit, man. Nah, do that. Know your place, Scratch. Yo, Capri, drop that shit. And then he told Big Daddy Kane, like, yo, this shit is supposed to be about hits. Y'all niggas want to freestyle and shit. You running out of hits. Like, KRS-One definitely proved that his music is way more timeless than Big Daddy Kane's. Big Daddy Kane shit, no disrespect, it's almost like, shit, I hate to say this K word, but it's almost like karaoke. You know what I mean? Brandon Hammond says, and Nas would kill Jay-Z in the verse. I don't think we being realistic, Brandon Hammond. I don't think we being realistic. I don't think we being realistic, bro. I don't think we being realistic on some hip hop shit. Like y'all really gotta put when we talking hip hop, battling songs and shit, niggas gotta take their personal feelings out of this shit. Like, for instance, I really stopped fucking with Jay-Z at one point when he did that Me and My Girlfriend shit, bro. I was heated with the nigga. I ain't fuck with that nigga for like, from when that song dropped, 02 or 03. Then they had him in the video. Plus I was younger at the time and I was still mourning. So at that time, I think that was 02. At that time, Tupac died. I was 30. I was like 30, 31. I'm still young-minded. And damn, I had hate for Jay-Z when he did that Me Against the World shit, bro. But there was a song. What song was it by Jay-Z that brought me back feeling him? I ain't gonna front. Man, what song was it, man? Like, cause I was really trying to hate on Jay-Z. And I was hating on him. I had hate in me just for the sole purpose of what he did when he took that Me Against the World shit. I did not like that shit, bro. I thought it was disrespectful. I was just like, damn, like, but if Feeny sold it to you, at least she sold it to you for a high price, because she probably felt like, yo, I know you and my son had problems, had issues, sold that shit for a high price. But I can't forget what song it was. It might have been, damn, it could have been something off the blue. Nah, it wasn't on the Blueprint. It must have, I think it was something on the Black album, bro. It could have been a song from the Black album. And I was just, cause I was still listening. You know what I mean? Like, there was hate in me. There was a lot of hate in me for Jay-Z. But when I'm like even Eminem, I'm not a big fan of Eminem. When I heard that Foolish Pride, I was like, fuck that motherfucker, bro. Like, I still feel that way, because I'm gonna tell you this. Let me turn this down 1 second. This is why the hate, but I'm gonna show you why I'm able to be open-minded and give somebody their props. This is why I felt like when I heard Foolish Pride, Eminem was 16 when he made that shit. And, you know, black girls, what he said about black girls, they just want you for your money. I think he said they dumb chicks or dumb bitches. Whatever he said, I was just like, oh, wow. So this black chick that Eminem was fucking with when he was 16, she really hurt this little white boy's feeling. I got to say it like that because that's what this song was about. You know what I mean? Because Eminem made it racist. So I was like, yo, she really hurt this white boy feelings and shit like that. So much so that Eminem never had a black girlfriend after that. Now, he made a smash a few black groupies. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't? White men always had a fetish for black women. In fact, if we go back in time to slavery, it was a lot of other shit going on. It wasn't just no fetish. They was taking that because they thought that was their fucking property. But going back to Eminem, it was just like he never fucked with a black girl again. You know, niggas thought he was dating Nicki Minaj. Niggas thought he was dating Rihanna. Niggas thought maybe the Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is passable. Back in the days of if Mariah Carey was in the 1800s, she could have passed for white. She could have definitely passed for white. But look how much vitriol Eminem had towards Mariah Carey. Like, how many times did he diss her? And then Nick Cannon had to come to her rescue and shit like, to her rescue and shit like that. That's because Eminem still has that feeling, that psychological trauma from what happened to him with a black girl when he was 16 and the display because he had children by a Caucasian woman. What was her name? Kim. And to this day, he's still not in a relationship with no white woman. So he held on to that. Like, he learned from that shit, and Eminem never got in a relationship with a black woman. Now, he may have signed some black men and stuff like that. I'm not saying he racist, but he never got in a relationship with a black woman. But because of that, I was hating this nigga. I was hating it. But then when I be, you know, some songs be playing, somebody might be playing and I'm listening, I'll be like, yo, this motherfucker is spitting though. I be like, yo, shit, this motherfucker is spitting. Damn. Oh, wow, this nigga spitting. Oh, this man bodied all these niggas on this song. Or that Forever shit with Drake, Lil Wayne. Oh, shit, damn. He got Jay-Z. Damn, Jay. The fuck, Jay? How you let this dude body you? What? You mean to tell me Eminem had this verse made like a couple years ago, Jay, and you didn't match? Oh, man, Jay. And then Nas says Eminem murdered you on your own shit. Basically, Nas was saying you let that white boy get you, Jay. Oh, man, Jay. But I had to give Eminem his props regardless of how much I was hating on him. Now, going back to this Jay-Z shit, a lot of motherfuckers just hate Jay-Z because they think he's an asshole and all this other shit. But if we talking about skills, come on, man. I'm not going to be sitting here saying Jay-Z is whack. I'm not going to sit here and say Jay-Z is whack. I just can't. I'm not going to do that shit. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Nas will kill Jay-Z in a versus. Bro, that's going to be one of the toughest. And it's crazy because if these niggas was if Jay-Z was more hip hop, he would do the shit for the culture. But he won't. That's what I don't like about Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Like, he got this certain shit about him I don't like. But as far as skills wise, come on, man. There's a lot of people that don't like LeBron James, but that motherfucker's a dope ass basketball player. There's a lot of people don't like Michael Jordan, but that motherfucker's a dope ass basketball player. There's a lot of niggas that hate Mayweather, but Mayweather, shit, man, 50-0 is a dope ass fucking boxer, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't like Conor McGregor. I think, you know, he says some racist shit and all this other shit, but that motherfucker can fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when it comes to skills, I acknowledge the skills. You know what I mean? If we talk about their personality and their character, I'll be like, yeah, them niggas suck. They suck. Jay-Z, character, personality, I'm not a big fan of it as much. You know, I'm really not. But his music, when he rhymed, that fucking God did verse, that shit was fire. That shit was fire, bro. That God did verse was 8 minutes long, and that shit got more, it was more talked about at that time than Nas's, was it King's Disease 2? I know that was 2022. That was like December or something like that. That shit was, well, it was way more spoken. So niggas on here talking about Nas would kill Jay in the verses. Come on, bro. We ain't being realistic. We ain't being hip hop, bro. Them niggas, they come into battle. If anything, y'all should be saying, because I'm not even going to say Jay-Z would kill Nas. I'm just going to say the way they need to, that shit needs to be settled once and for all. All right, nigga, you put your 20 up, I put my 20 up. Let's go. Just format the whole show and let's go. Now, if they actually decide to use the the battles, that's where it's gonna get crazy ugly. You know what I mean? Nas is gonna take that shit with Ether. Nas is definitely gonna take that shit with Ether. You know what I mean? That round is gone. That round is gone, bro. If Nas goes first, what Represent, which is my favorite Nas song, there's something Jay-Z can respond to with that shit, man. If Nas kicks out I Gave You Power, and that shit is fire, but there's something that Jay-Z can respond with that, bro. You know what I mean? And if Jay-Z go first in the second round, and Jay-Z responds with his first joint would be, let me think of a song. Allow me to reintroduce the PSA. I think that's the name of it. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hov. Like, if he do that, there's something that Nas can respond with. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be no murk on either one of them shit. It's just gonna be great. It's just gonna be great, bro. That shit just gonna be great, man. What Fly Science says, laughing my ass off. Have you seen the videos of Faison? Yeah, Faison. Faison is funny as hell, but shit, but see, that's the hate that Faison got. I mean, Faison got. He don't like Jay-Z. He said that shit. He don't like that nigga, man. If you don't like a motherfucker, bro, like, it's hard to big up somebody you don't like. It's hard to big up a motherfucker that you don't like. Look how people disrespect Tupac. Niggas come over here with hate. And we be like, yo, why you fucking like, yo, we don't understand the hatred. Like, how can you hate a nigga that's been dead for 27 years? People come over here with vitriol, hate in their heart. My nigga, if Tupac was to rise again, they'll try to body that nigga again. They would try to kill him. So there's a lot of people out there that got mad hate for Tupac that they don't even like. Clark Kent. You could tell Clark Kent. Torre. Who else? What's some other niggas, man? There's some other niggas out there, but let's use Clark Kent and Torre. You could tell they do not like Tupac. They don't like him. They don't like him. That nigga Clark Kent said Tupac will have you thinking he's saying something amazing. But he said, you know, I let the weed and the Hennessy. Like, what the fuck is that? That's hate, nigga. That's hate. You don't like the fact what happened between him and Big. And, you know, this hate still fucking with you that you can't see. I mean, that you can't hear how dope Tupac actually is. I don't hate Biggie. I know Biggie is dope. I know Biggie is fucking dope. I'm not going to sit here and not give nobody they props because I hate them. Like that nigga Drez, he don't like Tupac. But I love that song. You can get with this or you can get with that. I love that song by Drez, by Black Sheep, The Flavor of the Month. I love that song by Drez, you know, or Black Sheep. It was the Strobe Light. I like that shit. That shit was dope. But when he was on Drink Champs, the nigga was mad hating on Tupac. I can't fuck with you because of that. But I might still jump to your song. The choice is yours, my nigga. I might still fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I might still fuck with you. Who else is another motherfucker that? Ice Cube. You know what I mean? It's Snoop. They come at, they come after Tupac. I feel an Ice-T. And I feel like, what can I say about Ice-T music besides Colors, New Jack's Hustler? I don't know Ice Cube. Cop Killer song. What else the other song? Colors? Did I say Colors? And I think he got that story shit. I don't know too much about Ice-T music. Like, he never captured my attention. I don't hate him, but yo, he can rap. You know what I mean? It's apparent that he could rap. He did what he did. You know what I'm saying? That shit worked, got him in movies and shit like that. It's apparent. And I don't hate the man, but I give him his props. But I can give somebody their props and not hate him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers really hate Jay-Z, the person. But can we just talk about Jay-Z, the MC? There's a lot of motherfuckers who don't like KRS-One. There's a lot of people, and I don't even want to name no names. There's a lot of people that hate KRS-One. Battle that nigga, though. Battle that nigga in the verses. And you'll settle that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's my point. Battle KRS-One in the verses like he did Big Daddy Kane. He watched Kane. Kane probably had I got to watch it again. I saw it. I was watching it yesterday. I got a couple minutes. I was watching that shit yesterday. And I was like, yo, KRS-One bodied this shit, bro. KRS-One bodied that shit. Yeah, I definitely knew about the 99 Problem shit. When did Cube and Snoop hate on Tupac? J Wall says. Oh, bro, like, J Wall, where you from, bro? I gotta ask you that question. 6 in the morning there. That was the fire song. 6 in the morning by Ice-T. Natural Lock says Nas defends Pac more than Ice-T and Snoop. Drez hates Tupac for one moment. That happened in like 1993. Flying Science says that's a fact, man. New as Design in the building. Natural Lock said that's a lack of knowledge too. He don't listen to Pac. Even Biggie listened to Pac during this beef. Biggie respected him. Rosenberg from Hot 97. Funk Fleck, Math Hoffa. Oh yeah. I be forgetting about these assholes, man, because once I find out, put it like this. Hold on, this is my shit right here. Flames and fire. I love the way your pussy roll. But yo, my thing is when people that hate Tupac for something that happened 27 years ago, or what? Actually, is it 27 years ago or is it 29 years ago? Which one is it? Is it the Quad Studio or is it the MGM? You know what I mean? What part, or do, like, people got fucking eras when they started hating Tupac. Some people hate Tupac for the Allen Hughes shit. Some people hate Tupac for the Marin City shit. You know what I mean? But to carry that hate for somebody who was so young, and it's going on 3 decades pretty soon, I can't fuck with them niggas, man. Computer Blue says rappers now go against Tupac to appease the gatekeepers. Tupac smashed Yo-Yo and took Holly Richardson from Snoop, that's why. Vincent Jenkins, everybody take a look. Caught a real Ice-T, don't like Pac. And now, Pac no good. Machiavelli said, I don't understand how people can hate someone that speaks from the heart and always represented for this people, period. That's a fact, man. That's a fact, bro. And Tupac was so dope. He was doper than half majority of the niggas that he rhymed with, but Tupac showed them love, and Tupac never called his niggas whack. Tupac never even called Biggie whack. Tupac went at niggas that can rhyme, bro. It takes a fearless motherfucker to go after niggas that, especially when niggas think Nas is the best. Niggas think Biggie is the best. And Tupac did not hesitate to go after these niggas that you think is the best. Chino XL can spit. And Tupac did not hesitate to go after these niggas. He didn't. He kept, that's hip hop, bro. You ain't supposed to be scared. Tupac is more hip hop than a lot of niggas, bro. It was hip hop. Biggie, I said this before, Biggie should have definitely responded to Hit 'Em Up. Biggie should have definitely responded to Hit 'Em Up, bro. Because they probably would still be alive, man. They probably would have still been alive. Because if Biggie would have came back with a response and that shit would have been fire, what do you think would have happened? Somebody answer that question. If Biggie would have came back with a response to Hit 'Em Up immediately, or a month or two later when Pac was alive, what do you think would have happened? Mexico, really? When was that, Natural Ops? Tupac was never scared before Bone Crusher. What do you think about Allen Hughes saying Snoop Dogg dimmed his lights for Tupac to shine on Death Row? Yeah, I seen that comment that you left earlier, Brandon. Where did he say that shit at? Pariata Vlogs. What the hell is going on here? Please reveal who you are, because you will be timed out. Ariata Paletta Vlogs. Vincent Jansen said the song Everybody Holla At Me. Holla at me? Holla at mine? Vincent, you typing too quick for me because I think you having typos. Lou Jones says Suge extorted Jay into using the me against the girlfriend. Is that a fact? Did Biggie wait until Tupac died to respond? Yes. Many people believe Biggie definitely did. Amen says, I believe Nicki, the hate Pac receives is because he is loved worldwide. My best friends is from the Nigeria and Germany, and both said Pac is treated like royalty over there. So rappers might feel some way. That's a fact. Dolph Boop said, he said it on Dear Mama docu. Mexico says, and now he hates on him. Fly Science says, honestly, Biggie could have just wrote Pac a letter when Pac was in jail. That's a fact. They could have squashed it. I don't think it would have got worse if Biggie would have made a diss record, though. I really don't. I think Pac would have respected that. I think Pac would have expected that and respected that. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing it did, I said this before, by Biggie not really replying right back, besides the subliminal, but making some direct shit, that shit definitely, fueled Tupac's ego. You know what I mean? It definitely did. But if Biggie would have came out with some shit that's fire, and Tupac knows that Biggie is fire, Tupac would have been like, oh, that shit was kind of fire. Oh, I gotta get at this nigga now. Then now we just concentrating on the music, nigga. I ain't even thinking about this shit. Maybe Biggie probably would have said some personal shit. Maybe could have got violent between them two. Maybe, but it never got violent between them two. But you know what I mean? If they would have just came back on some battle shit, because Tupac would have respected that shit. Tupac said, like somebody said in here earlier, like KRS-One do what he do. Why when I do it, it ain't hip hop? You know what I mean? And that's what made it look bad, because they made it seem like Tupac was a motherfucking troublemaker and them niggas didn't keep it hip hop. I don't care that Tupac said this ain't no freestyle battle or you niggas getting killed. That shit was still a battle. Yeah, we took your beat because you niggas wasn't rocking it right. You know what I mean? Like, that's still hip hop shit. But when you battling somebody, you supposed to, that's what you're supposed to do. You're just supposed to make the motherfucker that you battle, your opponent, just look weak. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do in battle rap, man. If Big was the best, he would be on top of Tupac today. Agreed, because the only information that Pac was getting from Big was in Vibe and TV interviews. It was never direct. I take Sweet Lake City and what? Respect to you. 𝑳𝒀𝑰𝑪 says they would have had multiple diss tracks towards each other and squash the beat. See, that's a good, you said something real, 𝑳𝒀𝑰MS. That's exactly where I was getting at. That's exactly where I was getting at. That's exactly where I was getting at. More than likely, it would have came to that. If Biggie would have responded and that shit would have been fire, Pac can't respond with violence. You can't respond with violence. Like you came at that nigga. You know what I mean? If he said who shot you wasn't about you and blah, 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 but you know, you took it as that it was, and then your response was hit him up, and now Biggie responded to that shit, and that shit was fire, and everybody is talking about it on West Coast, East Coast, and South, and niggas is looking at you like, yo, Pac, what you riding down the street and niggas blasting some shit by Biggie dissing Tupac, and that shit fire, you gotta respond. You can't respond violently because that's gonna make you, niggas ain't gonna respect that. Nah, they ain't gonna respect that. They ain't gonna respect that. Niggas won't respect that. They're gonna respect the return fire of another diss record. And eventually, I think eventually, the beef would have got squashed. And both of those brothers will be right here. If it was kept hip-hop. That's what hip-hop was invented for. Before hip-hop came about, niggas was out in the streets of New York warring. Violently beating the crap out of each other, and even some murdering each other. And then it came a point in time like, yo, you got skills, DJ skills, graffiti skills, b-boy skills, rapping skills, then let's battle. And that's how you settle that shit. You battle, and you had to give that man the respect. Just like in boxing. Some niggas box. Some people box. Oh, there go my mother. Some people box, and you know what I mean? And oh, y'all gotta give me 1 second. That's my mother. Damn, man, my bad. But yeah. So real quick, that's what I was saying, man. I just feel like, yeah, they would have battled on some hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? And I hate because I don't think I left off in right here. So hopefully somebody remind me. I'm gonna watch this video back and be like, oh, that's where I left off at before my mother pulled up. But let me see what's being said right here. Machiavelli for Life says, truth of the matter is Pac was on a level that no one could even come close to and far beyond his time. In order to understand a man like Tupac, you got to dig deep within that person's soul. I agree with that one. A-Man says, Nikki, do you think when Biggie didn't respond, Pac was like, fuck it now, I can go after Nas, Mobb Deep, Fugees? That's a real interesting question right there. A-Man says, Nikki, do you think when Biggie didn't respond, Pac was like, fuck it, now I can go after Nas, Mobb Deep, Fugees? And I think New York's still mad none of them came at Pac while Pac was alive. That's a good question. First, I gotta see if, because Pac came after them niggas on Hit 'Em Up. I think when Pac was coming after niggas, he was just angry. And it was just like, fuck anybody, fuck any and everybody that he, you know what I mean? Because y'all need to give it up. We don't give a fuck. Thug life is mine. Like after that shit, like Pac took that shit personally. You know what I mean? He just took a lot of shit personally when it came to that New York shit. You know what I mean? When it came to what happened in New York, he took a lot of shit personally. So I don't think it had anything, to be honest, I don't think it had really too much to do with Biggie not responding. But I actually do feel if Biggie would have responded, because look what happened. A lot of people feel that Harry says, damn, I'm always getting here late, just getting home. Salute to Harry. A lot of people feel that Biggie dissed Tupac on the radio with that long kiss goodnight shit. And a lot of people did not like that shit. You know what I mean? Because Pac is not here and it seemed like you dissing him. Now, so see, now just look at that dynamic right there. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. Blood floods your dungarees, laugh now, cry later. You know what I mean? Now you resting with your spirit beneath me or above me. You know what I mean? Like it's like, who else are you talking about? Who else are you talking about? But if you would have said some shit like that when Pac was alive and up and at him, that shit would have been like, oh, Pac, this nigga getting at you, son. This nigga getting at you, bro. Because what happened when Tupac thought De La Soul dissed him? You know what I mean? Tupac, well, he approached him. I don't think he came at him musically, but he did approach them because he wanted to know. That shit seemed like it was left field and shit like that. And then it happened again, but I think Tretch took that shit the wrong way when De La Soul said, well, stick to your naughty by natures and your canes or something like that. And they took that shit as a disrespect. And that made Tupac diss De La Soul on record this time again. He took it to some hip hop shit. But when Biggie dissed Tupac after death, a lot of people did not like that shit. But if Biggie would have dissed Tupac with a response to Hit 'Em Up, niggas would have respected that shit, especially if it was fire. Especially if it was fire. Now, if that shit would have been whack, and if Biggie would have responded and tried his best, and that shit would have been whack, Pac would have been like, man, I'm good. I just put the nigga y'all think is the king of New York out of commission. I'm good. And I guarantee you Pac probably would have humbled and calmed himself. Because Pac was a wild boy, bro, in his last days. You seen that. We seen that in that young man. He was a wild boy. And sometimes people need humbling experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes a motherfucker gotta be humbled before it's too late, man. That's just a fact, bro. Resident Alien Invasion says, if your homie dies, would you go on the radio and spit long kiss goodnight and be like, I can't really worry about another man's death? Nah, bro. Nah, man. Resident, I believe you. Amen said that Biggie diss was cringy after Pac died. It definitely was, man. It definitely was. You know, Jay-Z. They said Jay-Z had dissed Tupac after he died. I really thought that was, I really thought that was corny. I really thought that was corny. But I respected Jay-Z when he did diss Tupac when he was alive, though, on that song, Dead or Alive. I really still feel that's the motherfucking song that Clark Kent is talking about, but he just don't want to admit it, my nigga. Because why wouldn't it be the song when, when the name of the song is called Dead or Alive, and Jay-Z says some shit like, yo, I can't let a nigga slide just because they dead. He says something slick like that in that motherfucking rhyme. He still says some slick shit in that rhyme, so I guarantee you, I just truthfully feel like that song Dead or Alive is the verse that Jay-Z spit at that Apollo shit. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? But I remember hearing that shit, Dead or Alive, when Tupac was alive, though. I remember hearing that shit. Though, because it just don't make sense for Jay-Z to diss Tupac on the day he died. That shit don't make sense to me, bro. And nobody else was, only Clark Kent was there and Jay-Z was there, just y'all two? Only y'all niggas was there at the Apollo, man? Brandon says that is a song. I truly believe it is. I truly believe it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I Biggie narrative is all cat, bro. Fly Science, Biggie narrative is all cat. What'd she say? Who is the best in lyrics, Tupac or DMX? In Goma or Goma? Who is the best lyricist, Tupac or DMX? I got Tupac. In Goma, I got Tupac. Biggie took pressure off himself by waiting and sending subliminals when the spotlight is on you. Harder to rap. I got 2 more minutes, y'all. It's gonna be a straight hour, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I ain't even planning on going this long, man. Y'all got me open. And it was not all that. Remember, Pop is gonna have the Machiavelli track covered. About to be up out of here. I born as a bedroom bully. Bedroom bully for the girl picking it. I born as a bedroom bully. Bedroom bully, girl a wine up in it. Built up, girl is man a bedroom bully. Bedroom bully, man a bedroom bully. I born as a bedroom bully. Bedroom bully for the girl. Hey, wine and taco, girl wine and taco. Inna the dance hall, girl a wine and taco. Brace man a thing a call your phone no taco. Foot right there, so lift it up and cock up. Waistline tell time when you tick and tack up. Style you know short but y'all and Pac and DMX friends. They work together in studio. Real going DMX forever. I ain't gone in the bedroom bully. AB, you must be from Jamaica. You know your shit, bro. This is why I can't hate my Jamaicans. I can't hate my Africans. I can't hate my black people of the African diaspora. I can't, bro. I don't have hate in me like that, but I know our people got a lot of hate in it. That nigga Tupac said in that video about Donald Trump, he was like, yo, if you got that hate in you, you need to check yourself why you so filled with hate. He said whether you white, black, Mexican, Armenian, whatever the fuck he said, you need to check yourself why you filled with so much hate. I know why I got a lot of hatred in me because my history and what I've been told and all this other shit. But man, I'm a human motherfucking being and I respect other human beings. But when you start doing that little racist shit, oh man, I want to get rid of you motherfuckers, bro. Thanks, brother Nikki. One of the best Pac channels on YouTube. Salute, peace, everyone. All right, amen in the building. 27 years in for real. Still talking about the Don Kaluma Machiavelli. It's a fact. As long as you got love for thugs, Yeah, bro, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Let me give you some shout outs. Salute to Natural Locks. Salute to David. Machiavelli for life. Salute to A-Ben. Vincent in the building. The resident alien invasion in the building. My man Mexico in the building. Brandon Heyman in the building. Who else in the building, bro? Fly Science in the building. And Goma in the building. 𝑳𝒀𝑹 was in the building. Nestor Alfredo, he says Ice Cube forever, bro. All right. Nestor in the building. Natural Locks X in the building. Harry in the building. AB in the building. Who else in the building? Who else in the building? Building. We're about to exit the building. Remember you say me and your sugar plum plum. Remember you tell me you now give me bum. Tupac soul. Oh, ladies love me long time like Tupac soul. Ladies love me long time like Tupac soul. Give me that